What is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. Today we continue our series on a deep dive of some of the best college athletes coming into the NFL draft. Today we talk about LSU wide receiver JaMarr Chase. We're going to tell you everything you need to know about the player, his pro comparison, and which teams we think are the best fit for him. All that and much more coming your way right now! All right, Nick, one more day closer. Just that one more day. We are less than a month away at this
We're
point,
getting there.
and
We're getting there.
I'm excited because there's so much potential that's happening and constant moves around the NFL, players being signed, players being released, and this is a good time to take a look at, all these players. And after today's video, we have one more draft profile that comes to you tomorrow, and then we will have completed all of the top players in the NFL draft. So let's take a look at LSU wide receiver JaMarr Chase. Let's tell everybody, let's tell the trash talkers what they need to know about Chase, what they should expect from him coming into the NFL.
A lot of people want to overlook JaMarr Chase because he opted out of last season. But if you look back to what he did with Joe Burrow, it was nothing short of spectacular. They were dynamite together, but JaMarr Chase really blew up Joe Burrow's career. He really brought him to the next level and got him to where he needed to be. JaMarr Chase is a huge part of Joe Burrow's success, and we can't forget that. JaMarr Chase is absolutely, without a doubt, the best receiver in this draft class. Just because Devonta Smith won the Heisman Trophy last season, people want to say he's better. Or Jalen Waddle is faster and has more precise route running than him. He's a better receiver. JaMarr Chase is the absolute complete package. When you want a guy to go up and grab a ball, you want JaMarr Chase to do it. He is going to run every route. He's going to be fast. He's going to do everything you want, just like Devonta Smith and Jalen Waddle, as we've talked about. But what they don't have and what he has is pure athleticism to go up and make plays. He's an absolute playmaker, and they are not on his level. That is what he brings to the field that they don't. That's his X factor, and that's exactly what you want in a wide receiver. You need a guy that you can count on, and he's that guy.
Yeah, I love JaMarr Chase. We talk about positions that we know very well, and I give you a ton of credit for a lot of defensive positions specifically. But if there's one position that I know and understand, it's the wide receivers. It's something that I have always had a feeling with. And, over the last few years, I've called pretty much every receiver that's come out, how they were going to do. And, I want to take some credit here. JaMarr Chase, I expected to actually be in last year's draft to come out with his buddy Justin Jefferson, but he decided to try to come back for another year. Then COVID hit and he ended up sitting out. So it's kind of hurt him a little bit. But in my eyes, I'm not taking a single second off of what I saw from him 2 years ago now. JaMarr Chase is one of the most incredibly talented receivers that we have, not only in this draft, but in the country. And that includes the NFL. I think he's an incredibly talented route runner. He's extremely precise, and his hands are the best in this draft. There is not a single player that is better catching the ball than JaMarr Chase. So when I'm taking a look at, all these receivers and everybody who's talking about upside, downside, whatever, JaMarr Chase, in my eyes, is the clear-cut number one choice for any team looking at upgrading their wide receiver core in this draft.
Absolutely. Now, as far as NFL comparisons go, my personal pick, I believe he reminds me a lot of AJ Green. I think the two of them are very similar in the abilities to grab deep balls, to stretch the field, and make big plays. AJ Green was one of the best, if not the best receiver from 2010 to 2015 in the NFL, and he was putting up 1,500 yards a season. That's exactly what JaMarr Chase is going to do. He is going to be a top 3 receiver every year for the next 5 to 10 years. Expect that to happen. JaMarr Chase is the absolute real deal, and AJ Green is a great comparison and exactly what we should be looking to happen for JaMarr Chase in the NFL.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at another Alabama wide receiver that came out a few years ago now, Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper's an incredibly talented receiver, obviously drafted by the then Oakland Raiders, and then, his time was cut short being traded to the Dallas Cowboys, where he's now catching passes from Dak Prescott. JaMarr Chase is on such a trajectory where I believe he's going to be a better version of Amari Cooper. He's not going to have the drop issues. He's going to have better route running, but I believe that between size, build, and speed, they are around the same type of receiver that you can expect. I expect him to be a top 3-4 receiver in the NFL in no time at all. I mean, he's really going to absolutely burst onto the scene and really take over. I truly and honestly believe that he is going to make his presence felt, and the NFL is not ready for what he's going to bring to whatever offense he ends up going to.
Now, as far as teams you should expect JaMarr Chase to go to in the draft, I may surprise a couple people with my first option here. The New York Jets at number 2. It looks like they might be holding on to Sam Darnold. And if you're going to hold on to Sam Darnold, you got Corey Davis, but he's not a wide receiver 1. You're going to look for a wide receiver 1, and that's JaMarr Chase. So I think JaMarr Chase makes a lot of sense with the Jets. He also makes a lot of sense with Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. I think at number 5, he would make a great fitting there, but he's definitely not going to get past the Philadelphia Eagles at number 6. I think that him and Jalen Hurts could have a special connection together alongside Jalen Reagor. It could be some special, a lot going on with either of these teams. No matter where JaMarr Chase goes, he's going to make them much better.
Yeah, I don't see him actually getting out of the top 10. So I'm right there with you. I like the Jets pick at number 2. Even if they try to trade back, I think that they'll still end up getting one of these top receivers. I believe that you're right. They're going to stick with Sam Darnold. And I've been on that train for months now, but that's for another pat on the back at another time. Taking a look at, some of the other teams, I got the Miami Dolphins right there at number 3, possibly taking him, adding him to Will Fuller and Devontae Parker. Could you imagine that wide receiving core? Holy hell. Then number 5, obviously Joe Burrow, his old running mate at LSU. Maybe get him a weapon that he's comfortable with. And then at number 6, you said it, the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Reagor with JaMarr Chase would be absolutely incredible for Jalen Hurts. You got to start building up this offense, especially after losing Deshaun Jackson and Alshon Jeffrey to cap casualty cuts. You got to start building up some of these weapons. Otherwise, Jalen Hurts is going to falter just like Carson Wentz did. All right, well, that's going to do it for now. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.